This is Rap Hits, and so it looks like we now have a lot more information about what happened with Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane. Now, there's people telling different sides of the story now, so what I'm going to do is just put it all together and make sense out of what I'm hearing, because I'm not buying everything being said on either side. So one side saying that Gucci and Pooh were in a studio and Pooh Shiesty's people started arguing and, getting in Gucci Mane's face about Big Scar's funeral, because they're saying Big Scar, he had passed and he was unalived. And so the crew was saying Gucci didn't pay for his funeral. He wanted his chain back. He was acting real kind of shady about the whole thing, I guess. So this is what the guy who said he was a witness to the situation or has some knowledge about it is saying.
What's good? It's your boy B-Nuts by the bag, and some breaking news on the Pooh Shiesty Gucci Mane situation. I hollered at some of my partners, man, down there in Dallas, and they told me, man, look, this was not no robbery. This was not about no contract. Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty was actually in the studio, and there was some people that was with Pooh Shiesty that confronted Gucci Mane about Big Scar and that situation in the funeral and the jewelry that he wanted returned. And from there, it escalated and an altercation broke out and Gucci Mane started throwing those hands. And in the midst of Gucci Mane throwing them hands, his watch and his ring came off. It makes sense. That's why you don't hear about his chain getting snatched, because the only things that came off was on his fist. And then Gucci Mane yelled to his security, "Hey man, my jewelry's gone." Security upped, the other side upped, and that's what happened. It had nothing to do with a contract. These internet people are lying and on some Fed shit.
And so, yeah, with this whole situation, it just seems like I'm not buying the part where they're saying Gucci swung first. I think that's some guy that's obviously on Gucci's side, because Gucci himself isn't saying much at all. I don't believe that Gucci, I think he's trying to make Gucci sound, like, oh, he was about it. He was about that action out there with dealing with Pooh's people. I think that was kind of fabricated. I don't think this is exactly what happened, because how you going to clench your fist and lose your ring? No, he was, in my opinion, he was relieved of his rings. And this confirms that he was relieved of his rings, because he's saying, he lost his ring during the scuffle with Pooh Shiesty's people. And the question is did Pooh Shiesty backdoor Gucci Mane? How you don't control your people, you know what I'm saying? How you don't control your hitters like that. So Pooh Shiesty's hanging with this crew, and I guess they're called the Chopper Gang or something. And first of all, how is he even getting into stuff like this when he's on parole? Isn't he on parole? Like, usually you don't just get out of prison and be completely free. You have to still report. I don't even think he's out of his halfway house yet. So for him to get into an altercation like this is just beyond belief, because he should have had more control over the situation. That makes me suspect Pooh Shiesty wanted the situation to happen and might have ordered it to happen. Because how are your goons gonna go at the boss? You book some studio time and you bring your goons with you and they go at your boss, and they could mess up your whole bag doing that. So to me, I feel like Pooh Shiesty most likely gave them the green light for that. He must have put the green light on Gucci Mane for that, because sounds like Shiesty is really upset about the Big Scar situation himself, is what I suspect. That's what this is all about. So he's teaming up with Gucci's op, Yo Gotti, and I don't know if he's going to sign with him for sure or not, and I don't even know if he got out of his contract, but at this point, Pooh Shiesty might have messed up his whole career, because now Gucci can cancel all of his songs. At this point, Gucci doesn't have to release any songs. He can have takedown orders on his songs. Gucci Mane owns Pooh Shiesty in his name, in his likeness, and all that. So Pooh Shiesty can be blacklisted from the industry at this point, because if Gucci Mane doesn't want him to put out music, he can completely remove anything he puts up, if he even is able to put up in the first place, because I believe Gucci Mane probably has control over his YouTube channel and everything like that. So I don't know. It don't look like we're going to see any more Pooh Shiesty songs unless they get this resolved somehow. And at this point, I don't see how they can resolve it. So unless there's a chance that he actually did get released from his contract, because that's what they said is there might have been some thumpers involved in the situation. Sounded like there was this altercation. Gucci Mane, they came at Gucci Mane, and I don't believe Gucci Mane was able to fight back like that. I mean, these goons must have been in there, didn't even care about Gucci. I'm sure Gucci has security as well, so these goons were straight from the trenches with it. Like, these goons must have just really overpowered Gucci's whole team, including security, and was about to be about that smoke. So Pooh Shiesty was putting himself in a situation where there could have been a mass situation, a mass unalivings and all that, because, you know, that situation sounded pretty, you know, that could have went left at any time. In a situation like that, you don't have full control over what's going to happen, any responses or anything. That could have been Gucci's last day. I mean, anything could have happened. Pooh Shiesty could have got one. Who knows what could have happened? That was not a good situation for Pooh to be in. And so Pooh, you know, he seems like he's not learned his lesson to even be in a situation like that. And I have a hard time believing he didn't give the green light for that situation. So as this information is coming out, it just seems like there's very much something to it. I believe there's something to this story now. At first it was questionable, but from what I'm hearing from my sources, this is the information circulating around the industry. What happened? I mean, the industry people have all heard about it, and, you know, there's insiders that heard about it, and, you know, there's firsthand people that might, you know, be kind of talking. So something happened there. It went from, you know, me kind of doubting the situation to kind of, okay, I would say more than likely something happened. Now, exactly what happened, you know, I'm just trying to put it all together for y'all, you know, because, you know, you got to kind of take pieces from everything you hear and just kind of piece the story together. It just sounds like, yeah, they went there on smoke. And to me, it looks like Pooh Shiesty backdoored Gucci and put the green light on Gucci, trying to get out that contract. He's very upset about how Gucci handled the Big Scar situation. He didn't pay for his funeral. He didn't show no love. I mean, you know, they expected Gucci to show love. Gucci seems like he could have paid for that funeral. I mean, isn't he doing well in life? He's doing pretty good in life, right? Probably Keisha Diordo, his wife, probably was like, no, because it sounds like she is his handler or something. Gucci has not been the same ever since he's gotten out of prison for that long stretch he did. He didn't even do it. I don't even know how long of a stretch that was. That was like maybe 3 years, maybe, as far as I remember. It wasn't that long of a stretch, but as soon as he got out of jail, he looked completely different, and Keisha Dior has been looking like a handler. It's like she got him on meds or something. It's almost like the Get Out movie, it seems like, with Gucci. I haven't even really been able to get into too many Gucci songs since he's been out, since that time he's been out. I mean, a few songs been hitting, especially that one with Dirk, Gucci and Dirk, and then there's a few others. His first day out was pretty good, and, you know, yeah, I'm rocking with some of his songs, but nowhere near as much as when before he went in. Before he went in, he was kind of pretty much on top of the world. Like, he was him. That's when, during the mixtape era. So ever since he's been out, though, nah, I haven't really been rocking with a whole lot of Gucci songs since then. Not saying I don't bump him no more. It's just that I really prefer his older music than his newer stuff at this point. There's a handful of newer stuff, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. Gucci still is him a little bit, but not nearly as much. And with this situation, I mean, this could do some damage to his career. I mean, and then another reason why you know something happened is because he pulled out his he removed his post saying that "Welcome home, Pooh Shiesty." He had a whole paragraph about how Pooh Shiesty's back home. He removed that. That tells me, yeah, we know something happened now. Okay, with all this information, something happened. And he was relieved of his chains and jewelry, his wedding ring, they said. That's an old picture, I believe, that one he put out. He tried to put out a picture of his wedding ring like he still got it. No. And I don't even know if that's his wedding ring or if that's just a ring, but people said that's his wedding ring. And that's crazy if they got that off of him. And they said a watch, probably a chain too, I'm sure. So it sounds like they relieved Gucci of his jewelry and straight sunned him. You know what I'm saying? They took him down. They took him down. So, and he's been suspiciously quiet. And so I wonder if this is going to bring out the old Gucci. I think that's what the streets need. Gucci's just been so heavily medicated. I don't know if there's anything he can do to regain his image, you know, how he used to be, because he's been this calm, medicated Gucci for too long. You know what I'm saying? This stay out of the way Gucci, man, this low-key Gucci that's been good because he's been free. And Keisha Dior's, though, I think she's just been kind of ruining his career. I mean, I guess that's his prerogative because he has every right to move on from rap and, you know, start a family and, you know, change his life and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's not required to stay in the trenches and stay getting into trouble and around smoke and stuff. So, but I think Keisha Dior is the reason why Gucci's how he is today, and she changed him. And now the streets have, you know, they sniffed it, they sniffed that out, and now they're taking their move. They're taking the spot. They want a spot now. They're seeing, okay, they sense weakness, so they're going for it. So he might as well just stay all the way out the way now. Gucci might as well just, you know, I don't know, just hang it up. I don't even know. It doesn't even sound like he can sign nobody at this point. I don't know if Fujiano's even going to be riding with Gucci at this point. I don't even think Fujiano was as popular as Pooh Shiesty anyways. So at this point, Gucci doesn't have no real artists. I think Fujiano's about to get out pretty soon. That might be a slight boost, but overall, Gucci doesn't really have no artists. He don't really got no artists, and people aren't really checking for him. So at this point, I mean, he still can do shows himself because he has more popularity than anything based off his old catalog. Because he had too much hits before, you know, before he changed up on everybody. Before he switched up, he had a lot of hits. So Gucci can tour and do shows. I'm surprised they don't book him for Rolling Loud more, but he has a level of, you know, celebrity where he can make money on his own just off his catalog. So Gucci's gonna be fine on his own. But as far as his new stuff, they're not checking for that. So he really his bag is pretty much doing shows at this point. Nobody's really checking for his new music. So yeah, that's his bag, is pretty much doing shows, and he's gonna have to figure out something, because I don't know if that's gonna be enough. I don't know if he's popular enough to do enough shows to really keep his level or status up to where he needs it to be. So I mean, at this point, he's gonna probably have to figure out something, because his career's kind of like at a point where he's probably gonna have to figure something out. So yeah, this is not a good look for Gucci, the legend. He's almost 50 years old. He'll be 50 in about 5 years, or like 4 years really. So I mean, I think his run's done. I mean, his run's pretty much done. I don't really know if he's gonna go back to that old Gucci or not. I think that'd probably be his best move if he wants to keep, you know, keep his image up. And you know how bad it is to say, it's probably something he might have to consider. Just like how Dirt, you know, he got more popular when he was doing a Beyonce song and, you know, all that India stuff. He was kind of losing steam, and then when King Von got him back, you know, rapping for the streets, that's when he went back up again. So I don't know. I mean, that's the way rap works sometimes. So Gucci was built on his previous catalog, so he's probably gonna have to tap back into that part of his that side of him to boost his career back up. He's gonna have to probably say F this, you know, like really get upset and become Gucci Man again. And hopefully that doesn't land him back in trouble and start getting in trouble again. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But Pooh Shiesty and Gucci, man, that's a crazy story. Anyways, y'all, let's get about 100 likes on this video. Make sure you follow Rap Hits on social media and everything like that. Links in the comment section and description box. Check out my members only videos. You can join my YouTube membership for as little as $1 and get access to all my member only videos and all that. So yeah, I'm out of here.